ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video today. The team that we're going to be taking an in-depth look at is our 2024 Missouri Tigers. We're going to be doing an in-depth look of this entire team, the roster, the pieces they lost from last year's squad, but also the pieces that they're bringing in. And we're also going to look at their entire schedule, see which games we think they're going to win, lose, and what we predict their final record will be. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. So our 2024 Missouri Tigers, we know they were probably the surprise team of the 2023 season. They went 11-2 last season, finished the year in the top 10, didn't even start the season ranked. I don't even think they were ranked till week 6. They came out of nowhere. They beat Ohio State in the bowl game. Surprising team. They were on no one's radar last year, but they're definitely going to be on everybody's radar this season. This is a very talented squad. They're bringing some massive pieces back. The SEC is the most difficult conference, but Missouri actually has a really easy schedule. They avoid a lot of the big-name teams in the SEC. So the prospects are there to potentially make the Final 12 and make the playoffs. They have a lot of players coming back. Brady Cook, he's coming back. Luther Burden III is coming back. They did lose a lot of defensive players, and they also lost their defensive coordinator to LSU. But the offense should be good enough to carry this team until the defense starts to gain some experience. They're going to start out the year probably, the top 10. The road is in front of them right now. They finished last season with a top 30 offense as well as a top 30 defense. So the prospects are there. The passing game is going to be deadly. Like we mentioned, Cook, Burden, they have Tease Jr., they have Cooper, they have the tight end Northfleet. Running back Schrader, he's gone. He's off to the NFL, so it's going to be a running back by committee. But the passing game should be able to make up for it. As we mentioned, D coordinator gone, so Corey Batoon is taking over as the defensive coordinator. 4 starters off to the NFL. But if the offense continues as they did last season, picks up from there, it should be a smooth transition to our 2024 season. So let's take a look at their schedule. They kick things off Thursday, August 29th versus the Murray State Racers. This game is a home game for the Tigers. This is obviously going to be a win. You want to get a couple reps in for the defense, get some reps in for the running game. They're going to cruise to this game. They're probably going to win it pretty big. Probably like a 48-6 game, and they're 1-0. Then Saturday, September 7th, they have the Buffalo Bulls. This game is also a home game. Obviously, there's a massive talent gap here. They have a couple cupcake games to start the season. That's the way you want it when you need some experience for the defense, for the running game. Look for them to continue to get better every single week. They're going to steamroll to this game, probably a 50-10 or 50-13 game, and they're 2-0. Then Saturday, September 14th, we have the Boston College Eagles. This is a team that finished, 6-7 or 7-6 last season. They have Bill O'Brien in as the head coach. They were a pretty decent team last year running the ball. They had a running quarterback. I think his name was Castellanos. They weren't a bad team, but they in no way will be able to compete with Missouri. Look for them to run through this game. It's probably going to be like a 38-17 game, and they're 3-0. Then Saturday, September 21st, they start SEC play, the Vanderbilt Commodores. This game is also at home, 4 straight home games. Vanderbilt, they're kind of the doormat of the SEC. Sometimes they had some pretty competitive teams, but they don't have that right now. They're going to roll through starting out SEC play 1-0. They're going to beat this game. It's probably going to be like a 40-13 game, and they're 4-0. Then Saturday, September 28th, they have a bye week. Get rested, work on some things as you're going into SEC conference play. Then Saturday, October 5th at the Texas A&M Aggies. This is one game that can definitely be kind of an upset game, kind of a surprising game here. With A&M, obviously they have a new coach. They have Mike Elko stepping in. They still have Connor Wegman as the quarterback. They have a top 10 roster talent-wise. Extremely loaded on defense, extremely loaded on offense. Yes, they did lose a lot of players to the portal, but they brought in just as many players, and they've also been recruiting well. Mike Elko, a really difficult coach, really tough coach. They start out the year hard, though. They have Notre Dame game 1, so things are going to be somewhat difficult for them. But I think that that's a team that's going to be getting better each and every week, and they're probably going to be an 8 or 9 win team. I actually have this game. So when you're looking at this game is going to be on the road. It's in College Station. Very difficult place to play. Aggies are always difficult. It's the Tigers' first time on the road. I have them going on the road and losing a close one to the Aggies. Just because they haven't really been tested yet, you're almost halfway through the season. Look for the Aggies to really be up for this game. It's an in-conference game. They're going to win it, but it's going to be a close one, probably like a 27-24 game, and the Tigers are 4-1. Coming off that loss Saturday, October 12th, you have the UMass Minutemen. This is a team that's won, 3 games in the last 3 years. They're going to steamroll through them. They're going to be mad coming off that loss. They're going to blow them out. Probably like a 58-7 game, and they're 5-1. And then Saturday, October 19th, you have the Auburn Tigers coming to Missouri. This is a team under Hugh Freeze. They've been getting a lot better. They were actually really tough last season, had a lot of really competitive games. They had a top 30 defense. The issue was offense and Thorne at quarterback, not being able to move the ball, not being able to get first downs. He's still back at quarterback, but the team's much improved. Freeze is a tough coach. He's back to play calling on the offensive side. He's been working recruiting. He's been working the portal. They're going to be better. They're going to be getting better every single year, probably like a 7 or 8 win team. I have them beating Missouri at home in a close one again, probably like a 30-27 game. And Missouri is 5-2. But don't worry, you're going to lose a couple. Vegas has Missouri at 9.5 wins, but they're going to drop this one to Auburn, 5-2. Then Saturday, October 26th, they're mad. They've lost to the Aggies. They've lost to Auburn. They're at Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. I have Missouri being pissed off with those 2 in-conference losses. I actually have them surprising Alabama. So Missouri was surprised when they played the Aggies. Now I have Bama getting surprised by Missouri. Maybe people start to forget about the Tigers, and that's the mistake teams made last season. I have Missouri getting a win on the road, getting back to winning, and they're going to be 6-2. Then they have Saturday, November 2nd. They have a bye week. They've definitely earned it. They've had a couple tough in-conference games. And then they have the Oklahoma Sooners. This is going to be a tough game. Don't underestimate Oklahoma. They have a 5-star quarterback coming in, really loaded team, rebuilt defense. Brent Venables, very talented squad. But I have Missouri getting a win at home versus the Sooners in probably like a 30-24 game. And they're now 7-2. They followed that win up Saturday, November 16th at the South Carolina Gamecocks. This game is going to be on the road in South Carolina. Gamecocks, Shane Beamer, they had a pretty decent team 2 years ago. They've kind of fallen off since then. Beamer's going to be on the hot seat here. I have Missouri, just like last season, finishing that second half really strong, running through South Carolina, beating them pretty handily, probably like a 40-20, and they're 8-2. And then Saturday, November 23rd, at the Mississippi State Bulldogs. This is a Jeff Levy-led team. He's completely overhauling the roster. This is a Mike Leach's old squad. They have a lot of players that they have to change over. A completely new scheme on both sides of the ball, especially on the offensive side. There's going to be a massive talent gap here. Cook's going to have a big game. Burden's going to have a really big game. I think they blow them out. Probably like a 44-20 game, and they're now 9-2. Final game of the season, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Sam Pittman might possibly even be fired by this point. He's been on the hot seat for what seems like a couple seasons now. He lost KJ Jefferson. They've been funneling through offensive coordinators. Seems like every 6 months they have a different one there. Massive talent gap here, but the Razorbacks, they have no trajectory. They have nowhere where they're going as of right now. Look for Missouri to cement themselves as an SEC powerhouse to finish the season strong, beat Arkansas. Arkansas might have an interim head coach at this time. They're probably going to win this game like a 38-17 game. I have the Missouri Tigers finishing the regular season 10-2, just like they finished last season. Schedule might not be as difficult this year, but 10-2 in the SEC is still a major accomplishment, and that could potentially get you in the SEC championship, which if you win that, you automatically get the bye week in the playoffs. Even if they don't get in, at 10-2 in the SEC, it's pretty possible that you might make the playoffs anyways. Major props to Missouri the last 2 years. They've come out of nowhere. They've been playing really competitively. Props to Drinkowitz for having this team prepared, getting this team on track, and maximizing the talent he has on the roster. So that's our breakdown of our 2024 Missouri Tigers. If you have any comments, drop them below, and I will make sure to respond. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.